Hi, I'm Aidan Hills, racer of the number 8 Mazda MX5 SuperCup car. Currently leading the championship, and it's been a long road to get here really. I started racing when I was 9 years old. Started because my dad raced, and so did my granddad before that, so that really got me into motorsport. My dad bought me a go-kart when I was about 8 and then started racing when I was 9. So did a bit of karting, won a British Open Championship when I was 11, and then moved into rallycross and won the junior rallycross championship. And then came into these Mazdas when I was 21, and done a little bit of genetic racing as well, but this year really concentrated fully on racing this Mazda and seeing what we can do. And it's been a good year so far. 10 wins at this point with 6 races left to go, and a nice lead in the championship, but anything can happen, can't it? Yeah, so a little bit about the team as well. Hills Motorsport's a team that I started with my dad back in 2019. We had James Cousins was our first customer, and now we've ended up just growing the team to having 5 or 6 cars on most race weekends, which is, it's great. And we've got a great team behind us and a lot of good engineers and good people and good mechanics and good coaches that have really pushed us on and made it a good stepping ground for these lads who want to move into go and race other stuff as well. So when I'm on the grid, before a race, it's sort of the only thing you're really thinking about is getting off the line and getting a good start. That's ultimately the first few things you think about, and then once you're in the race and you settle down, I don't really think about a lot. I just try and concentrate on hitting my marks and making sure that, especially if you're leading, just hitting your marks and making sure you're braking in the same place, every gear change is right, and managing what the traffic behind are doing. When you've driven a car a lot, like I've driven these cars for 6-7 years, I don't have to really think about driving the car. It's more about thinking about how to beat my opponents and how to outsmart them, hopefully, when you're out on the grid. When you win a race, there's no real better feeling. It depends how the race goes. If it's a really close race and you've been hounded the whole race, when you come across the line, it's more of a relief. Like a release of emotions and like so much joy. Something that you can't substitute, like going out with your mates or anything. Nothing comes close to winning a race and leading a race. If you've led a race and had a nice dominant race where you've pulled away a bit, it's a bit of a different feeling. It's more like, yeah, that was good, that was nice. But I like a race where it's like really, really close and there's 4 or 5 cars around that could win the race, and if you come out on top of that, that's like a massive release of adrenaline and everything. Yeah, you can't beat it. To race in this Mazda Championship, it's the first round this year we had 49 cars on the grid. Although it's club racing, the budget's club racing, the drivers in the grid and the teams, it's very much like national motorsport. It's nice, cheap, good budget, but the racing's unbelievable. It doesn't matter whether you're leading, whether you're 10th, whether you're 30th or 40th on the grid, you'll be racing against someone, you'll be learning. And it's a rear-wheel drive car to start with, which not many club racing race cars are rear-wheel drive, so to learn a proper, rear-wheel drive car, to race with some real top quality drivers that have raced at very high level and come still back to race Mazdas because it's so good. And I just don't think you can beat it. The cars are so nice to drive, and massive thanks to George and Clapham North for sponsoring the championship for so long and making it what it is. Without people like George backing us, the championship would never be as good as it is.
I think that's the
That's the money shot, was it?
Money shot,
Yeah.
That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Right, mate.
Really appreciate it.
That's all right. Thank you.